According to the great sages, it is a positive commandment for the people of Israel to rebuild the temple conforming to the characteristics, dimensions, and attributes prophesied. However, many aspects of the temple described by Ezekiel are difficult to comprehend, since that vision contains elements of prophetic insight, which it is believed our generation does not have the spiritual or intellectual capacity to understand. A model has been created of the temple, which uses modern-day technology to guide one through the functions of the temple.
Beit HaMikdash is basically a core of not just the Jewish people, but it's something that affects the entire world. At the time of Solomon, it says King Solomon, says he ruled all over the world, but he didn't have to fight. It says there is a place in the Beit HaMikdash. It's called Even Ashitiyah, which is a stone that's the base of in the Beit HaMikdash, and from it the whole wealth of the entire world comes from it. So Shlomo had the power to cut any lines. Let's say you do diamonds, you're in South Africa and you have diamonds, or you're in Saudi Arabia, you have oil, and if you're on a war with Solomon, basically, at any time you can just cut all the wealth and you have nothing. So basically, the Beit HaMikdash was not just a place where people brought sacrifices and things like that, but it gave lights to the entire universe, and people would benefit from it, not just Jewish people, but the entire world.
Thousands of years we've been yearning and praying for the rebuilding of the temple and the revelation of its hidden secrets. Today, using all new augmented reality technology, you can see and experience temple life in an incredibly striking and accurate physical model.
We want to worldwide give people the feeling, how was it in Beit HaMikdash? How was it a day in Beit HaMikdash? How it felt to be inside the Beit HaMikdash. So we pretty much recreate a day in Beit HaMikdash. That's in the first stage. Eventually, we would create a different days in the Beit HaMikdash. I would say, for example, Yom Kippur in Beit HaMikdash, or Rosh Hashanah in Beit HaMikdash, or some other holidays, and we want to recreate these feelings as if you were there. Eventually, in the beginning, you would see it through either a smartphone or a tablet, but eventually, when glasses comes in, you would actually wear the glasses, and you would see, like you would see any other object, and you would see people walking around, people doing things inside the Beit HaMikdash, as if you were there 2,000 years ago.
A unique interaction between the real world and virtual reality allows you for the first time to embark on a personal journey inside the most fascinating place on Earth, the meeting place of the worlds.
So I've been working the last 35 years in technology. I worked in mobile, and part of the things I worked in was augmented reality. And today it's the state of the art for what people want to see. So what we have done now, and I say we because I've dropped everything to go onto this. This is basically, it brings me back to my roots and to what's important and to my soul. And I feel that there's nothing that has touched me as much in 35 years as this project. So what this project does and what has touched me is that what our company has done is created models that are basically the best models to date, the most accurate and beautiful models of the temple. And using this cool augmented reality technology, you can take your tablet, place it over the models that we created, look through that, and walk around the model. And as you walk around it, that model comes to life, full of activity. Meaning if you put down the model and just put down the tablet and look at the model, you see a stagnant model. You pick up that tablet and it's like you've just gone into another dimension, and everything is taking place. You see 3D animated characters, the priests giving their sacrifices, all the things that are going on with explanation in multiple languages, whichever one you select. It's unbelievable. It's mind-blowing. There's nothing like it. I have dropped everything for this because this is the best thing I think that exists today. Between technology and beauty and Judaism and what it can do for the world, it's a perfect package.
We used a very well-known rabbi called Rabbi Menachem Makover. He's a worldwide scholar in the subject of the Beit HaMikdash. And he gave us a plan how the Beit HaMikdash was. And we did few models before we had the final model, because each time he said, no, this needs to be corrected, needs to be added, these are not the right colors, and so on, until we found, we did probably 10 models before we made the final model that we have right now.
First, we're going to be able to see the basic regular day, ordinary day that was in Beit HaMikdash, how the Kohanim would sacrifice the korbanot, and how where people would go around, and to where you were allowed to go in, and all the different rooms that were in Beit HaMikdash. You were able to see inside what happened in every room, and so we'll also be able to see the people inside, what they were doing, and we'll also have written text that we're able to see on every place, and also have audio that would explain on every place, so you could get the best feeling of what happened there, and get the best idea and of understanding of what was in every place in Beit HaMikdash.
Children today do not relate to books, do not relate to pictures. They relate to tablets, they relate to iPhone, they relate with something alive. This is exactly why we created this, is basically keep with the modern world and bring something from 2,000 years ago to life. This is the best way, we found this is the best way to teach about the Beit HaMikdash in a real-time manner.
This is the ultimate guided tour. You will actually feel that you have gone back in time, and you will experience life as it was during the ancient Jewish temple.
Well, that brings us to the end of this very special documentary on the temple. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you'd like to catch any of our previous shows, they are available for you on our website at www.spiritsister.co.za. And of course, we love hearing your comments and suggestions, so find us on Facebook at Spirit Sister Productions. As always, from me, Nikki, and the team, shalom, and have a safe and peaceful week.